The world may have ended, but Junkyard Joust continues. Baby Humongous Cookie rules over the joust with an iron fist. If you want fuel, she's got it, but you have to win. And to win the Junkyard Joust, you have to survive it.
Today, 25 cars compete on the Apocalypse Joust. Hi everybody, I'm Aaron Yonda, and some of the cars competing today have gadgets, things that deploy when they go down the track. These are your 5 teams. Let's take a closer look. First up, it's Cookie's Crumblers. Baby Humongous Cookie couldn't resist creating a team for her own event, so she created this team. Lily's Boneyard sent a very interesting team. 2 of the vehicles on this team have gadgets. You might even call them traps. Mad Apacho's team look like they're ready for a brawl, including the one that has the top of what I'm thinking is a silo on it. Threads of Insanity have a couple things that deploy when they go down the track, some weapons there too. Definitely ready to bring the insanity. And here is Troubled Minds. This team looks like it has some good variety. The Track Buffer is in place, sponsored by Track Buffer LLC. Threads of Insanity presented Baby Humongous Cookie with a giant rat statue earlier. Maybe they were hoping to curry favor. I don't know if it'll help.
The rat is a fool! Rats don't got no sense of balance!
Round 1, here we go. It's time to joust. First up for Mad Apacho, Wreckage. Sponsored by Judy Collins. The randomized running order is up. Wreckage slams into position on the track. And we head back up to the top of the hill for Demon Hunter for Cookie's Crumblers. Sponsored by Cthulhu's Cuddle Army. A good slam by Demon Hunter, and Demon Hunter manages to keep it under control, locks it in. Old School's up first for Troubled Minds, sponsored by Stump's Tree Farm. Old School tosses Demon Hunter off the track completely. Demon Hunter, the first casualty of this round. Bits of stuff flying everywhere, and now Old School is curbside. The Boss is going first for Lily's Boneyard, sponsored by Sean's Toy Room. Big 85-gram hit, and it knocks all the cars off the track. Wreckage tossed up in the safety area. Old School makes a good recovery, and the Boss also lands it. First up for Threads of Insanity, Ball Bus, sponsored by Chicken Rings Onion Wings. Ball Bush unleashes the balls all over the track. Little element of chaos right there. We'll see if those things come into play. Ball Bus ends up curbside. Looks like those balls are made up of some sort of giant rubbery straps. Crowbar's up now for Mad Apacho, sponsored by Bentley's Brakes and Bumpers. Crowbar does some acrobatics, flipping over and then landing upright. Ball Bus tipped over sideways, and one of its balls goes bouncing all over. Heavy Barrel for Cookie's Crumblers, sponsored by Chicken Rings Onion Wings. Heavy Barrel lays the smackdown on Ball Bus, tossing it up in the front. It is sideways and done. Tour de Fast for Troubled Minds, sponsored by Jedi. Nice hit by Tour de Fast. Heavy Barrel gets unloaded, thrown into the wall, and cannot recover, stuck between all the cars. Death by Unicorn up now for Lily's Boneyard, sponsored by Sid from Cybertron. A 103-gram smash from Death by Unicorn, and yet somehow Tour de Fast survives the hit, flipping up and over and almost landing in the same position as before. Death by Unicorn ending up sideways. Coming down next, STFU Sucka, sponsored by Miskatonic Automotive Club. STFU plows Death by Unicorn off the track with its giant sucker. Nice hit there, pretty appropriate vehicle for a joust. STFU makes more sense maybe as Stiff-U. Next up, it's Machini, sponsored by Emo Dingo. Machini bashes Stiff-U. Stiff-U does not move, stays nice and stiff, and we might have a line forming. Fracture's up next for the Crumblers, sponsored by Chicken Rings Onion Wings. Fracture slams its plow into the back of Machini, and indeed the line is getting longer. This could break up that line. 101 grams Ain't Flare, sponsored by Hendrika's Heavy Hauling. Ain't Flare breaks the line, forcing Machini off to the right, pushing Stiffy up on top of Wreckage, and now Ain't Flare is nice and locked in. Here comes Special Delivery for Lily's Boneyard, sponsored by Chicken Rings Onion Wings. Special Delivery finishes Machini off, puts Fracture in danger. Machini reaches a level 5 on the way over to its demise, and it looks like some sort of ramp is starting to deploy from the back of Special Delivery. There might not have been quite enough stoppage on the track to make that thing come all the way out, but it still looks like it could be a threat. Marshmallow Scoop up now, sponsored by Chorgoth the Infinite Horror. The hit from Marshmallow Scoop forces Fracture off the track. Looks like that plow on the front of Fracture may have actually fractured. A bit of irony there. Marshmallow Scoop is sideways now. May have been affected by the part of the ramp that is there. Old Ice up now, sponsored by Farty Marty. Old Ice takes out Rainbow Scoop and takes itself out in the process, tipping over. Almost makes a recovery, so close. Here comes War Dog, sponsored by Mark the Music Lover. War Dog hits the ramp and stops in the back of Special Delivery and goes curbside. Formulator's up now for Troubled Minds, sponsored by Sicken. Formulator gets under War Dog, but cannot take it down. And now Formulator is in a perilous position. About to take a hit from the 126-gram Master of Muppets, sponsored by DYW Production Labs. A massive hit, and it takes out Formulator. Rainbow Scoop righted by that hit. Bit of luck there for Insanity, and War Dog makes a pretty smooth recovery. Statler and Waldorf hanging out in the back of the curbside Master of Muppets. Next up, Glitter Bomb, sponsored by Chone. Glitter Bomb attempts a takedown on Master of Muppets. A giant metal ball goes flying out of the car on the way there. It rolled into Fracture, but does no other damage. Glitter Bomb ends up upside down, and Master of Muppets stays alive. The appropriately named Helmet, sponsored by Reaper EOD. Helmet manages a slide underneath the ramp of Special Delivery. Master of Muppets gets away, and Glitter Bomb still stuck upside down. Of course, Winnebago survived the apocalypse, now outfitted appropriately, sponsored by Beak's Busted Barn Finds. Winnebago clears off a big chunk of the track, and Special Delivery pays the price, flipping over sideways. Helmet manages to stay level, and Glitter Bomb hurled over by Baby Cookie's vehicle. Caution now, sponsored by Sloss Automotive Sachet and Buffet. Caution tries to get under Winnebago, just about does it. Kind of gets trapped beneath the back end of Winnebago. And somehow that hit causes STFU Sucka to go sideways. Here comes something that ought to be interesting. Arm & Hammer for Lily's Boneyard, sponsored by Regal Radio. Arm & Hammer deploys the hammer and tosses Winnebago to the side. Then somehow it uses the hammer to stay steady and land over by its teammate Master of Muppets. And Winnebago definitely in trouble. Final car of round one, Maxine Overdrive, sponsored by Tim the Bear Neal. A classic belly flop by Maxine Overdrive, off the track and over and out. Winnebago has a chance to recover but can't quite do it. Flips down and sideways on top of Caution, and that's going to be it for Winnebago. And there are 13 eliminations. This was a bit of a massacre. Over half the field eliminated. We've got one close call here with Tour de Fast. Looks like it's going to survive. Pretty well below the 45-degree angle, and there are your 13 eliminations. No teams eliminated yet, but some are getting real close. Cookies, Crumblers, and Threads of Insanity down to 1 each. Matapacho and Lily's Boneyard down 2 to 3 each. And Troubled Minds looking pretty good right now with 4 left. Looks like the Chaos Balls have somehow made their way to the back of the track buffer. That should make for some extra fun here in round 2, starting off with Old School for Troubled Minds. Troubled Minds had a great first round. Solid hit there by Old School, bouncing one of the balls over by the Rat, and the big one stays on the track. The boss comes down and turns the place into a pinball machine. The ball spinning, bouncing off the height meter, hitting Cookie's vehicle. She can't be happy about that. And then landing over to the right. Boss stays locked in and takes a slight hit from Helmet. Helmet stays locked in as well. Got a nice line forming. Marshmallow Scoop scoops underneath Helmet, then falls back and locks it in. Scoop's got to stay alive to keep Threads of Insanity in this match. Last remaining car for the Crumblers, War Dog, does a nice job of sticking it on the track. Ain't Flair sends 4 cars tumbling off the track. Just about completely clears the track. And that, my friends, is what we call a
Triple takedown.
It's been a while since we've seen one of those. Only car to survive the hit is War Dog, who somehow manages to stay upright. Troubled Minds have got to be pleased with that massacre. Master of Muppets takes a big shot at Ain't Flair. Ain't Flair, who just got that triple takedown, now tossed like it's nothing. Up in front, upside down, and out. Nice hit by Master of Muppets. Wreckage takes a shot at Master of Muppets, but that thing's not going anywhere, and Wreckage stops dead. Tour de Fast hits the line, tries to push Old School up, but it's not happening. 4 cars locked in. Arm & Hammer is up now. The hammer has been reset. Arm & Hammer unleashes the hammer, and wow, it didn't really do anything. It almost hit Tour de Fast, but it couldn't quite get down. Arm & Hammer kind of looking like it was having a tantrum before it landed sideways. It does, however, manage to finish off Old School up front. An ineffective bounce by Crowbar, and Crowbar just goes upside down. Still on the track, however, so not out of this yet. Caution gets a good undercut, and look at that. Crowbar somehow makes a recovery yet again, and Tour de Fast can't handle the heat and gets thrown upside down. That's going to be friendly fire. Luckily, Caution stays alive. Troubled Minds had a rough round. 7 eliminations in this round. The carnage continues. There you can see all 7. Troubled Minds definitely taking the brunt of it. And now suddenly Mad Apache out in the lead with 2 cars left. Threads of Insanity, unfortunately, we're going to be saying goodbye. Fun team to have around, though. All the other teams in this match still have 1 left. Congrats to Driver, who bet big on Joust and won. Driver got first place in our most recent round of betting. If you didn't know you could bet on the Joust, well, you can. It's all free. There's no real money involved. However, there are real prizes, and Driver is going to be getting a bunch of cool stuff. I'm going to be giving away a bunch of cars in this next round of betting on the main event. If you want a chance to win those, either join the Discord or go to the website, link in the description. I'm giving away some rare stuff, so get in on the ground floor. Betting will start soon. Crowbar will start us off for Mad Apache. Had a bit of a miracle recovery in both rounds. Will Crowbar be able to do it again? Caution cuts under Crowbar and sends it skyward, flying all the way down to the crates. A great recovery yet again, up to a level 5 for Crowbar. Caution skids into the safety bar and bounces way back down the track. Master of Muppets slams Caution off the track, tries to finish off the Troubled Minds team, but cannot take Caution out. Caution flipping over twice and landing perfectly on top of Stake Truck, the track buffer. War Dog is next, pushes Master of Muppets up towards the front of the track, cannot do any damage. Here comes Wreckage, similar result, no damage there. War Dog sticking to the track and safety. No eliminations in that round means we are gonna increase the speeds that these vehicles go down at. The match keeps going until there's just 2 teams left. Right now we've got 4. Mad Apache will start us off again with Crowbar, who had a great recovery last round and sticks to a similar spot on the track. War Dog smashes Crowbar off the track, and Crowbar's luck finally runs out. Not quite able to turn it over down by the end of the track, and that might be an elimination for the only team that can afford an elimination right now. Caution speeds into War Dog, and War Dog yet another miraculous recovery. Caution sending War Dog up to a height of 6 before it plummets down and makes an amazing recovery and keeps Cookies Crumblers alive in this match. And another huge hit from Master of Muppets, the biggest vehicle left in the match right now, and Caution survives it yet again. And the final hit in the round comes from Wreckage. A nice safe bump. Wreckage doesn't want to take any chances here because Mad Apache is down to just Wreckage now. Crowbar out for Mad Apache, and that evens things up now. 4 teams still in the match. Increased speed still in effect. This match is going the distance, heading into round 5 now, with War Dog starting us off for Cookies Crumblers. The randomized running order is up. All the teams going down right now got to be thinking about when Master of Muppets is coming down. That's the big hit. And now both War Dog and Wreckage are lined up for it. Master of Muppets plows into both cars, sends them off the track. An amazing recovery by Wreckage, and not necessarily a recovery by War Dog. War Dog looks very close to 45 degrees, but maybe a little bit over. We might have to take a measurement on that if nothing changes after Caution's run. Ooh, Caution manages to get almost under Master of Muppets, but Master of Muppets settles back in. That could have been a close call for the big vehicle if it had gotten thrown off the track. That's the end of round 5. We're gonna go straight to that measurement and see what happened. And it looks like War Dog is definitely way beyond the 45-degree angle and out of this match. Cookie's Crumblers eliminated.
That was exciting.
Cookie not very happy about that, but fair is fair. Just 3 teams left in this match now. They each have 1 car. Here we go, round 6. Anybody gets eliminated, and this thing is over. Caution skids and slides into place, going a little bit off the track. These increased speeds still causing some trouble for these vehicles. Tires spinning all over the place. Wreckage tries to take advantage of Caution being in that weird position, but Caution flips over, upside down, lands it perfectly. Wow, what a recovery. Troubled Minds got a good car there. Master of Muppets has a chance to finish the match, and Wreckage does it again, making a nice tumbling recovery. And Master of Muppets has a little trouble, actually. Almost goes off the track, but those big bars on the side of the bus protect it from going off, and it stays alive. We're going straight into round 7 with more increased speed. Now we're gonna see some action. Master of Muppets slams into place, stays locked in the track. An impressive feat, all things considered. Some great stability on that bus. And Caution tries in vain to get underneath Master of Muppets. There's no way under in this position. And now let's see if Wreckage can do any damage. Wreckage not a super fast car even at these increased speeds and cannot do anything. And you know what this means. The track buffer is gonna get a break. We are going no holds barred. No protection from the rail at the end of the track. Cars are gonna hit it at full speed and they're just gonna have to hang on for dear life. Here we go with Wreckage. Wreckage hits the rail, bounces backwards, and cannot pull off a recovery. Almost had it. So close. Tragic. Without a miracle, that car is going to be out of this match. But can the other 2 vehicles survive the hit? Caution takes it next, and a nice grab on the side of the track. Wow, look at the track separation from that hit. Nasty. Rather than bounce back, Caution forced the section of the road backwards. And an assassination attempt by Master of Muppets, and yet again, Caution flies away and lands it perfectly. That car has just been pulling off miracle after miracle, and Master of Muppets also did good to stay alive right there, sliding off the track but not tipping over. And that is gonna do it for this 6th qualifier in Apocalypse Joust. Wreckage may be out, but Matapacho, I have a feeling, will be back. I think they're gonna make it in the wild card match, having survived this many rounds and gotten a lot of points. Your winners, though, Troubled Minds and Lily's Boneyard. Troubled Minds takes the top spot, Lily takes second, and Matapacho 35 points. That locks them into the wild card match. They're gonna get another shot at the semifinals. And the vault is opening, the fuel is coming out. And our winners tonight are gonna go home with a lot of gas. Congrats to Threads of Insanity and Lily's Boneyard. And a big thanks to every team that competed. Here are all the teams that are gonna be in the semifinals. We've just got 1 qualifier left. The vault is closed, and Cookie is gonna send us off.
Yeah, Borg, Muppet Show. Ooh, next.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Consider supporting the show so I can build new tracks, get more cars, and keep Junkyard Joust locked in on the track. See you next time.